Well, I found myself in Hall 1 here at the NEC Classic Motor Show in 2023, and this is the posh hall. And why I know that is because I'm here on the Jaguar Enthusiast Club stand, and next to a very special car, this wonderful Arctic Blue XJS Cabriolet. And the reason why this is front and centre of the show this year is because the XJS Cabriolet, and indeed the six-cylinder XJS, is celebrating the anniversary of their launch here this year. And in fact, there's lots of anniversary cars on the Jaguar Enthusiast Club stand display this year. But this one particularly close to my heart because this is my dad's car, and here it is on the stand with me. Very nice to see so many people interested in the slightly more modern Jaguars, those modern classics that the XJS here represents as well. Fantastic. So what else have we got on the Jaguar Enthusiast Club stand? Come with me, let's go and have a wander round. Well, the stories of many cars here are so special, not just because of when they were launched or what specification they have, but sometimes it's about the people who own them, or indeed the people that develop them. Now, of course, the XJC, the pillarless coupe version of the XJ6, is also celebrating the anniversary of its launch. This one, though, in particular, is a really special car because this was a pre-production prototype developed by John Coombs, the famous Jaguar race preparer. And there's lots of interesting things going on underneath the bonnet. In particular, 4 carburettors, where later in production models there would have been fuel injection. Now, we'll be revealing the full story of this very special Coombs pre-production XJC in a future issue of Jaguar Enthusiast Magazine, the magazine that you get for free if you're a member of the Jaguar Enthusiast Club. Really exciting and interesting story. But more anniversaries to come, because right at the back of the stand here, we've got this wonderful looking car. This is another car celebrating the anniversary of its launch 60 years ago. And of course, this is one of Jaguar's famous compact saloons, the Jaguar S-Type, that was launched in 1963. Wonderful looking car here, because not only is it a brilliant example of a performance S-Type, of course the S-Type being one of those cars that personified the William Lyons mantra of grace, space and pace, but this one quite a rare one because it's in full race trim. This one last out at Castle Combe did really well in the racing there back in September. Here on the stand to represent the racing element, of course, of Jaguar's history and how many people still enjoy Jaguars like this wonderful S-Type today. They're a wonderful handling car as well because, of course, you've got that wonderful XK-derived engine up front, independent rear suspension and a slightly longer body as well, so it handles really well on the race circuit. Really special car to see here on the Jaguar Enthusiast Club stand. But there's more. Follow me this way, because the F-Type, of course, also celebrating its anniversary this year. Amazing to think that it's 10 years ago since these cars were launched back in 2013. This example, of course, in the same colour that they launched the F-Type with, and of course as a convertible as well, because the convertibles came first in 2013, the coupes followed a year later. And it's a really special car to honour this year, not only because it is 10 years since the F-Type arrived, but also because very sadly Jaguar have announced that the F-Type will no longer continue into production after this year, and also that it will be the very last internal combustion engine car that Jaguar will ever produce. Of course, the Jaguar F-Type was the true successor to the Jaguar E-Type and launched back in 1961. In this kind of trim here that we see, this is a car that should be well known to readers of Jaguar Enthusiast Magazine. As you can see, gathering a really big crowd around it. You've been able to follow the entire story of the restoration process of this car, and it's been beautifully prepared for the show here by CBR Restorations for Nigel Kermode, the car's owner, and it's looking wonderful here on the stand. As I say, the full story in 12 whole parts of the restoration of this E-Type can be found in Jaguar Enthusiast Magazine. Well, as well as that stunning E-Type, there's also another anniversary car. Come and have a look at this. This is an amazing restoration that we've got here on the Jaguar Enthusiast Club stand. X350s, these are known as. Of course, the first all-aluminium saloon that Jaguar built, launched again in 2003, so celebrating the anniversary. And this one has been painstakingly restored, every nut and bolt, and is probably better than it ever came out of the factory. Just recognising the fact that some of the more modern generations of Jaguar are fast becoming modern classics. What a brilliant selection of Jaguars then here on the Jaguar Enthusiast Club stand, celebrating not only all of those wonderful model anniversaries, but also celebrating the owners' cars and making them the stars of the show.